It is summer in Washington, and the Smithsonian Folklife Festival has opened on the National Mall, America's front lawn.
In size, scope, diversity, and impact, the Smithsonian Folklife Festival is truly unique in our country and possibly the world.
Every year, the festival presents a cultural dialogue in music, craftsmanship, work, and words. A people's museum without walls. Since 1967, the festival has brought together thousands of people from every region of the United States, more than 100 American Indian and ethnic groups, and people from 70 nations around the world. Held between the national monuments and museums, the festival attracts over 1 million visitors a year. Media coverage reaches millions more.
What a great pleasure to be here. The annual Smithsonian Folklife Festival is something that I have enjoyed for years. Before I actually moved into the White House, just as an interested citizen and tourist, I used to wander up and down the mall. And then from the White House, we were able to sneak over from time to time to see what is being highlighted and really recognized as part of our folk life and the diversity of the culture that has really made such a difference to our country and to the world.
The festival is a national treasure, a rite of cultural democracy.
This land is your land.
The two-week festival is free to the public. It occurs at the height of the tourist season, spanning the 4th of July holiday. It was voted the top tourist event in the United States. It takes a year or more of research to bring cultural traditions to the mall. Smithsonian and local researchers select musicians, cooks, artisans, and workers with exceptional traditional knowledge, skill, and artistry. These people show that culture is alive, created every day in their homes, neighborhoods, workplaces, schools, markets, and places of worship. They say that culture is not something confined to a museum, concert hall, movie set, or gallery. People speak for themselves. This is at the heart of the festival.
You think who is more important? Father. You think it's the father?
I've been asked to sing Amazing Grace.
I think it's wonderful to be a part of something that's growing, and very much when I was a child, very few people spoke Welsh and it wasn't so accessible. And it's just a privilege to be a part of, the whole generation of sort of bringing the language back to life again.
The festival is organized into programs featuring a state or region of the United States, nations of the world, and special cultural themes. Every year, there are 3 or 4 programs. One summer, the featured state was Iowa. Iowa's Scott Racker worked hand in hand with the Smithsonian.
There's 30 years of history of this festival. They know what works on this sacred ground here on the National Mall. We've had 150 years in Iowa to know who we are as Iowans. And the beauty of this was that the Smithsonian was responsive and heard our call, we responsive and heard their call, and came together with just a phenomenal project and program to meet those needs, so that it was truly the Iowa researchers, the Iowans, that formed this story, and then the support of the Smithsonian to have the vast expansion.
The festival is a chance for people to show the world who they are. Scholars from the local region or nation help make the presentations. Craftspeople are honored for their artistry and for the meaning of their work. Food is shown to be an inseparable part of community life.
These are traditions that we share throughout Central America. We're going to make them tortillas.
Work culture is also celebrated. Cowboys, oil workers, lawyers have all shown the public their tradition.
Nobody heard you. Let's hear. Fire! Whoa, we got new guys! Like it, say it again loud! Yes! Now go like this!
Children's culture has its special place at the festival.
Ready?
Sunset doesn't bring an end to things. There are evening concerts and dance parties. Officials bring unique insight to ceremony.
On this very special occasion, I bring to our friends, the people of the United States, the greetings of His Majesty the King, the government, and the people of Bhutan. Bhutan's age-old tradition and cultures continue to provide the foundation of our identity. It is an essential feature that distinguishes us from the other nations in this age of globalization, and we are privileged to share it with you in this festival. This will be the largest exhibition featuring Bhutan overseas, and it is a great honor for me to lead the Bhutanese delegation to this important event and to present a tiny glimpse into the living culture and traditions of our tiny kingdom.
By working closely with collaborating organizations, sponsors, and scholars, the festival has had a strong impact.
망조 라와 침도대바 드르지기다 룸보 침부디다 게사데 드링아조데 있는 벽이다.
Featured nations have seen millions of visitors exposed to their traditions, increasing tourism, promoting craft sales, and providing new insight. Festival programs are often recreated back home, strengthening local cultural efforts. Other programs develop into media products that have won Academy, Emmy, and Grammy awards. Programs have given birth to several dozen documentary films and television specials. Festival performances lead to Smithsonian Folklife recordings.
I'm gonna move way out to the town.
Other festival programs result in exhibitions, books, and other activities. The festival has nurtured cultural policies and institutions and inspired other events such as Olympic arts festivals, the Black Family Reunion, presidential inaugural programs, and the Smithsonian's own 150th anniversary celebration.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by?
The festival requires a tremendous effort. The mobilization of tradition bearers, advocates, scholars, officials, supporters, partners, donors, contributors, the media, volunteers, and many friends.
Having been involved with this from the very beginning in the initial discussions, when I walk out on the mall in the morning early before anybody's out here, I stand at the end of the exhibition, I take a deep breath, and I literally wipe the tears out of my eyes. Because it's hard to put in words what it means to have been involved in something that's having such a positive impact on people's lives, to have had any role of any significance of making this opportunity a reality, not just for the 110 participants, not just for the 1.5 million visitors, but for an entire state of 2.9 million people that are following daily in the media back home what their neighbors and friends are doing on the National Mall.
The Smithsonian Folklife Festival.